This is Paul from Court Security in Perth. Welcome to our short video on how to use the new Hikvision Hik Connect app. First part of this video, we're going to look at the live view. You see I've got a mouse connected to my phone to show you where I'm clicking. So we'll open the Hik Connect app, and it generally looks something like this with the new software. You can click on the top right left there and change the layout. However, the layout that I like is this one. So these pictures here aren't actually live. You need to click on them to bring up a live picture. A lot of our customers sort of say, well, that's I want to open up my app and see the cameras live straight away. So here's what we recommend that you do. Up here we've got device. I'm just going to open up this camera, and then I'm going to click on the four-way grid and add 4 cameras by clicking the add front camera there. I'll put another camera here, side gate. Actually no, I won't. I'm going to delete that. I'll hold that down and delete that camera. So I want to add my 4 favorite cameras, which is al fresco, and add pool. So once I've got this layout that I like, what we suggest you do is hit these buttons up here and go to add to favorites. So you can actually give this a name. So I'm going to call this my 4 main cameras. Hit OK, and that's saved as a favorite. And of course you can add multiple favorites. Back to device up here. So now you've got a favorites and you've got a device. A quick way of viewing all your cameras live, if we shut down the app, next time you open up the app, all you do is quickly hit the favorites button and then click right there, and it brings up your 4 cameras live. Simple, easy. The other thing you can do is double click on a camera and you can scroll across to the next camera. You can also pinch zoom, so simply just using your 2 fingers you can always pinch zoom, and as you can see I'm almost getting the number plate there from quite a far way away. So that's that. The other button that you might like to use is this one here to give you a landscape view of your camera. And once again, you can use your 2 fingers to zoom in and zoom back out. Okay, this section covers how to play back and back up your video footage to your phone. So we open the Hik Connect app. We can go either to device or favorites, but let's choose favorites as we're used to. That's a live view. Let's double click on a camera that we want to play back, and then we'll hit the playback button here. What it does is it buffers all the events for that day based on this date here. We can change the date to the previous day. This is the current day. It's taking footage from the recorder, not from the cloud. So it gives us the 24-hour timeline down here. Now we scroll across till we find a time that we want. And the other thing you can do here is pinch zoom to sort of make it easier to find certain times. So if I put it about there, it should start playing back for me. I'm going to do this demonstration in landscape, so I'm going to hit this landscape button. Okay, so playing back at 22 minutes past. If we wanted to take a snapshot of that, we would simply hit the snapshot button here at the top. Takes a still shot, and then we can hit the download to download that. I'll show you where that gets saved in a minute. We'll X out of that. The other thing is, if you want to keep the video of what you're playing back currently, you hit the red dot, and we will actually be keeping a storage of this video on our phone. We hit the red dot again, and then we can download the kept footage to our phone, save safely on our store drive, and then we X that out. The other thing we can do is here is speed up the playback ×4. People will move a lot quicker, or we can put that back to ×1, which is real time. We've also got the zoom button down here you might want to use during playback. You can click on that, zoom in and scroll across. If you hit it again, it eventually goes back to real size. That's about it. Let me show you where that's stored. So I will pause the video here. Okay, so I'm going to open up the app. We've been playing around in the home button down here. What you want to do is hit the Me button, go to your pictures and videos, and this is where all that footage got stored. So when I played back that car, I'm going to click on that one, and you can see I can simply play back the video. It's stored to my phone. If we go down the bottom here, we can share that with people. See the share button, which is the 3 dots. If I hit that, I can now send that to, text that to somebody, or I could email it to the cops and send it off to someone, no problem at all. The other thing you might like to do is down here, the save button. If we hit that, which I'll do now, that's actually going to save it to your photos on your iPhone, where you'll also be able to play it back and share it with other people. Okay, now I'm going to talk to you about the Live Guard feature. Not all of everyone's app will have the Live Guard feature. If you do have the Live Guard feature, you'll see this little alarm bell here. You can only have the Live Guard feature if you have the right firmware on your recorder and you also have an AccuSense camera capable of artificial intelligence detection. This is why it's sometimes better to use a professional to set your system up and get it right the first time. Let's go through this. So there's 2 ways of arming the cameras. One way is to hit this button, and I've split my cameras in 2 areas. So the back area being my back cameras and the front area being my front cameras. To arm the cameras, I simply hit that button, so I can arm and disarm the cameras at any time. My front area is now armed. The other way of arming the cameras is up here on the hexagonal, and you go to your area and you go to say front camera area. We hit on that, and then you can choose to auto arm the cameras at say 8 o'clock at night. Okay, and auto disarm at 6 in the morning. Okay, that's the 2 ways to arm the cameras. Going back to the arm button, when the cameras are armed, 3 things can happen. The first thing, if I go back here, is the camera's armed will send you a notification. Right down here you've got your notifications. I'll click on that. There has to be I'm going to click on this picture, and there has to be a human in the area. I can now go live to the camera or play back. Let's say I play back. We're going to watch this guy walk past. Here he is here, and he's going to steal the package down here, which was my Amazon delivery. Let me actually record that. I'll keep that, and that'll be saved to my storage. There we go, download. It's going back to the arming of the camera. So the first thing it does is send you these notifications down the bottom. The other thing, when I go back to the arm button here, we can get your camera to do, if it has the ability to do it, we go into the camera and we click just here to set the camera to also turn on a flashing light if it detects a human, and also to turn on an audible warning. So audible warnings can be different. Your cameras can be set to detect humans, or it can be set to detect vehicles. So the vehicle warning might be something like no parking here, whereas if it's to detect a human, it might be like welcome, please be aware you're in a protected area. Just giving the customer a warning. The flashing light flashes on and off if this is set, which sort of is there to ward off the intruder. So that setting in the little arrow there, if you go back to the area and you want to disarm, ready for auto arming tonight, you just hit that button, and that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching our presentation.
Warning, this is a no parking zone. Please keep away. Danger, please keep away. Warning, this is a restricted area. Please keep away.
Court Security is licensed to operate in Perth and throughout Western Australia. We will design your security camera system with you, then we will supply and install your Hikvision Security Camera system. Hikvision is constantly updating their software, so the best way to keep on top of that is to hit the subscribe button below, as we will constantly be updating our videos.